Welcome back again to another special episode of the Chasing Tone podcast with the tone tip section, where I take one of the YouTube videos that I've demonstrated sounds with and some how-to type of tutorials, and just took the audio from it in order to bring you value. So I think you're going to like today's episode where I talk about whether to use a phaser before or after distortion. And kind of a spoiler alert is my personal favorite is to put it before distortion. That's not a rule. That's just my personal favorite. But I want you to decide. So let's jump right into it, and you can check it out for yourself. I only play that because that's the first song I learned when I was a youngster. At about 7 years old, and this has nothing to do with the video, but at about 7 years old, I ended up taking guitar lessons. And the first song that they taught me that stuck with me was so I went home and I learned the chords around it. I wasn't that fluid with it, but I still did learn the chords to it. Brought it to my guitar teacher and showed him, when he promptly put the smack down on me and said I was not to learn anything outside of the Mel Bay book. So I quit and I started learning on my own, and that's like the last guitar lesson I ever had, as you can tell. But that's not what the video is about today. The video today is about the placement of phaser pedals. Should you put them before or after distortion pedals? Me personally, I like putting them after, but I'm going to let you decide. I'm using the Boss DS1 distortion through a deluxe reverb on the normal channel because on the vibrato channel it has the suck in it. And I do not like the DS1 through that channel, so on this particular amp. So with that said, my clean tone is this. I don't know why I did that, but alright, so the phaser I'm using is the MXR Eddie Van Halen distortion, so you know it brings the phase. And right now, I'm running the DS1 into the phase 90. Here's my distortion sound. Playing through Whitfield Telecaster, of course, which is not the optimal Van Halen sound, but of course when using an Eddie Van Halen phaser, you got to do the "ain't talking about love" thing. Usually not on a telly. I don't have a whammy, so yeah. Anyways, so that's that sound. Yeah, that's with the speed all the way down. Turn it up a little bit. That's what it'd be sounding like. Now let me switch positions and show you, switch pedal positions and show you what it sounds like that way. And we're back. So right now I got the MXR phaser at the very front going into the Boss DS1 distortion. And let me do the Van Halen thingy kinda thing again. I'm no Steve Townsend, but with the telly. Ooh, that brings a lot of noise. Never noticed that before. Yeah, that's probably because of the DS1. Yeah, quiet as a mouse without the DS1. Whatever. All right, here we go. Yeah, I know. I botched it up. It's all right. Turn up the speed a little bit. You play the exact same thing here. I'm going to turn the speed down so you can get a little bit more of an idea of what it sounds like before it. You get the idea. So my personal preference is definitely with it before the distortion. You may like it afterwards, and that's totally fine. There's no rules, and you won't get a fine if you do it wrong, because there is no wrong. But try both ways. See what you like. I like it before. Hope the video helps you. If you have any comments or questions, or want to see anything else like this answered, these past couple videos are actually responses to some comments that I've had. So if you don't want to see anything else, make sure you comment below. I read everyone. I don't respond to everyone, but I try to. So have a good week. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you're not. And if you're not subscribed, you need to think, what are you doing with your life? You really need to subscribe. And yeah, we'll see you next week. See you. So I hope you enjoyed this special segment of the Chasing Tone podcast. If you have any comments or questions, make sure you email podcast@wamplerpedals.com. If it's a question that I can't talk about on the air, or I don't get to it or anything like that, I'll do my very best to answer your email as well. So thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you next week.